Bob, what would you like to add to how MedRat is doing this?
Well, what we noticed that often the number rating didn't necessarily match the comment. Often we utilize Net Promoter Score as well, and often even though we get a very high score from a promoter, a 9 or a 10, they still have recommendations to improve, and we want to pay attention to those things. Furthermore, we don't want to overlook the passives as well, because we want to understand how we can move them to the promoter side of it. We just don't want to focus on the detractor side of the whole aspect. So the comments really help us overall to focus on where we should direct our efforts for improvements.
Can you tell us about your process for communicating results to your organization, and then specifically to decision makers and senior management teams to help present and create action? Bob, if you'd like to take this one first.
Okay, sure. We send a link of a set of reports which has been developed specifically to each customer group so that the data is really customized to them. These links take them not only to the report set, but also into the database that houses our customer satisfaction feedback, which enables them to explore and access any kind of additional reports. We meet with these groups to ensure that this data set fulfills their needs and really meets their expectations. We also have information broadcast to the whole organization via our president's monthly highlights. We have also regional customer ambassador and champions review with their peers on a monthly basis, and as well as in our corporate scorecard, we have these broadcast as well.
Okay. Bob, would you be able to share with us maybe a few pieces of key information that you would share, types of information with high upper management?
Well, to give you an example, what we send to that group are a series of links to reports, and the reports are our relationship survey results, our trending over the year, same with our transactional reports, any specific regional type of reports, and they can drill down into as much as they want. So it gives them a very high level of what's going on organizationally, and then they can drill down as much as their desire to see any kind of detail.
Okay, thank you. And Cindy and Jeannie, would you like to respond to the same question?
Sure. We have several different processes for kind of communicating the NPS results, and it's done in a kind of a myriad of ways. We have reviews with our senior management teams where we roll up a lot of the data and the scores and the comments. We actually use the recordings as well. We attach those to some verbatims on email, and we circulate those throughout the organization. We have banners that we utilize as well throughout our different facilities. And then a lot of the times the comments are incorporated into other initiatives within our regions or our product P&Ls. So for instance, in Europe, they have a contact and care program, which really increases the touch point frequency with our customers. And oftentimes our results and our customer verbatims and comments are incorporated in that program. So they may have, for instance, like a road show within Europe where they're reinvigorating this contact and care. They're encouraging the sales and the service teams to reach out and touch their customers more on a regular basis versus just an event type basis. And much of the comments from the surveys will be shared in those road shows to, again, kind of, plug in what our customers are saying with regard to, we need to hear from you perhaps more often or outside of a service event or something like that in more of a proactive manner. So So it's very effective in kind of engaging some of the field teams into these other initiatives.
Okay, that's interesting. So do you find that the voice showing in the presentation, having the voice recording, really helps add value, make it more real, and help management take action? Or how do you find that's helpful?
You know, the voice recording is powerful in the sense that it makes it real. So, you know, Cindy and I have used these in different types of forums. So maybe we're having an executive review, or maybe we're having some sort of a workout type of environment where we're trying to process and prove something, but to utilize those voice recordings makes it real, because now you're hearing the words from your customer's voice, right? Their lips, right? Their actual verbatim. Nobody has interpreted this, but this is what the customers are saying in reality, captured on recording, and it's very powerful because everyone kind of takes pause and listens to it.
Okay, great, thank you.
Can I jump in for that one? I reinforce what Jeannie had said. We use it in our field teams, listen to it when they get together for their quarterly meetings, and agree it's very, very powerful, and especially when you have the customer-facing groups, that they hear their own customers giving their comments. It's one thing to read it, but to hear it exactly from their customer, there's nothing else like it. So it really reinforces the whole process that we're trying to implement on a regular basis.